little wider. Should be good now. Yes. Okay. It's starting to look like a YouTube video now, isn't it? Hold up. Gotta get the lights. Lights, camera, action. Lights. Lights, camera. Got the gamma lights. Okay, we got the funk playing. Here we go. Dude, you should see the ads. Oh my god, just for 1 second. Like, look at what I'm saving you guys from. Like, what the fuck is this? What is this, bro? Yeah? Concert tickets? I don't leave my house. Oh, it just changed. Pillsbury. Now that's something I can get behind. Here we go. Season 4 tier list. When I do these, I try not to look around and see what other people are looking. My view, I come from League of Legends. You always do the tier list a week after the patch. These Marvel Rivals young bucks, these guys, they're doing it like 3 days after. Sometimes the day of the patch. I'm like, what are we doing? I personally felt like pretty early on I had an idea of where I wanted to put everything, but I just, just to be consistent, here we are. A week later, well, actually tomorrow would be a week, but and we got the new tier list here. I did see, spoiler alert, I did see Bogers by accident on X. I saw it on X. I just glanced at it though. It's always exciting when people have varying opinions. And let me just say, this isn't like a slight or anything at Boger. Maybe it's more of a slight at me. Maybe it's not a slight at anyone. But holy moly, are our tier lists going to look different? Like, Boger's and mine's tier lists are going to look very different. I'll just say that. So Adam Warlock, here we go. Adam Warlock has gotten some buffs, and as we all know, as I predicted, triple healer is in fact the meta. I played with an Adam Warlock who's a top 500 player literally yesterday. Bro was hard carrying lobbies. This character is absolutely insane if you're good at him and communicate with your team to make pushes with soul bonds and deny big ultimates. Bro's such a strong character, and Adam's and all the buffs lately just really fitting into the meta well. And the only thing holding him back is really just he's still not the best in 2 healer comps, and it's very rare that in a ranked solo or duo queue environment that you're going to get that. So he's going to be strongly asserted in the A tier. Now, Black Panther. So Black Panther, basically all that happened this patch was his tankiness. Hold up. I got to remember to do this. We're going to go into this screen so you guys don't hear that all video. He got his tankiness nerfed. Well, not necessarily nerfed, it just got pushed over to the team up. So effectively that makes you weaker. I haven't really seen if the team up is better than Black Panther's was before the nerfs, if that makes sense. But I had Black Panther in A tier before. I don't think really much has changed for him. So I just think it's more annoying to play him, and maybe he'll get banned a little less though because of his team up being tied to Hulk. So I'm gonna put him in A tier. I don't feel great about it. I might even say he might be even lower, but they really haven't changed a ton about him. The only thing that I would say probably hurts him is characters like Jeff and Invis, who I would assume are harder for him to assassinate right now in the meta. So I think BP is still good. I'm going to put him in A. Definitely below Adam Warlock, though, but it's still a really strong character. Now, Widow, my opinions have changed greatly on Widow. Greatly changed on her. Is she a good character? Why, yes. Yes, she is a good character. She fulfills a role, and she does it pretty well. The problem is, the role that she fulfills just doesn't work in how most of these games are won. Which is doing enough damage to push a checkpoint through all the healing going out and all the damage tanking. People's health bar just constantly going up, down, up, down, up, down. On the last checkpoint, it's overtime. It's been overtime for like 2 or 3 minutes. And this seems to happen in at least higher ranks, like every game. So you're needing just this raw pushing power, this raw damage, and sometimes popping the healers just isn't enough. And the reason I've changed my opinion on this, bro, I've played with one of the best Black Widows in the world. Bro's dropping like 27 kills a game, dude. He's hard carrying me. And then we still lose. Why? Because they just got more checkpoints than us. He'll have a crazy stat line, X-Lec, and then we'll still lose. And I'm just like, dude, if we just had more damage, I mean, Black Widow is popping off, but this is the first time I've actually ever putting her in D tier. So that's where I have Black Widow. Moving on to Captain America. I think Captain America is in a pretty good spot right now, believe it or not. Not much has changed. He just got his 5% damage nerfed. And I think he was A tier. And I honestly, again, with the support alt meta, I mean, his alt is basically now a potential 4th support alt. I see Caps just kind of exist and stall and carry games just ulting at good times. So, I think he's insanely strong in the meta, but more so because of his ultimate and him just kind of annoying backlines. He's good. He's definitely good. Unfortunately, he's just not hard carry like he used to be good. That's going to bump him down to B tier. He was pushing S last patch, but he's still good. He's an insane character. And the counters to him are weaker characters, right? So, yeah, Cap's still good. He's still a good tank. He can still carry games, but it's in a way that's, like, probably not the way most Caps like, which is you're not really killing a ton of things. You're just kind of stalling point. It's like, okay, yeah, that's fun. Whatever. Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger's S. Just been creeping up back into the middle. I know her win rate right now is, like, 45%, but that's because she's played in, like, half the games. Almost. And a lot of times, Cloak and Daggers are, in fact, losing to other Cloak and Daggers, just muddling the win rate. And losing to other supports on this tier list who we'll talk about. You can't look at supports based off of how good they are to other sports. You have to base them off how good they are versus the rest of the hero pool, in my opinion. If you're not going to have role queue, then you have to view it that way. So most of the supports are just going to be like A or S. Sorry, spoiler alert. They're just the best characters in the game, and this patch only buffed them, so just a little spoiler ahead. Strange has been creeping back in. Remember back at Season 0, Strange used to be... the tank, the guy, and then Magneto slowly, people got better and better. Magneto slowly, Strange going down. Well, Strange has just now been making that creep up, and not because people are learning how to play him, just because he's been getting buffed. So I think Strange, I'm not sure yet. He might be the best tank in the game again. I'm not sure. I have to go through and think about it out loud. Well, another tank who's really good, who I think Strange is better than is Groot. I've seen Groot plays pretty low on some tier lists. He's definitely still S tier. Very strong character. Most of his counters aren't that played, although they're less banned than they used to be. Like Wolf, I don't see Wolf getting banned as much. And I'm seeing a lot of Punisher players, believe it or not. But that being said, Squirrel Girl's not as good. Groot is still S tier insane. He's a great tank and really good paired with like Strange or Magneto. Hawkeye. He's top A at most. I think Groot is still S. I think Groot is still S. I mean, you got to remember what the meta is, guys. Just because Groot isn't being played the way you're playing them in your games doesn't make him bad. In a high-ranked environment, you coordinate Groot alt with like a Moon Knight or a Namor or something. He just one-shots teams, never dies, blocks heals. He forces non-healer players to basically auto-lose. He's S tier. He's S tier, guys. Okay? I'm sorry that the Groots in your games are the Groots from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie before he gets bigger, where he's just kind of stupid. But my Groots are the big Groots. You know, my Groots are the buff boy Groots. Hawkeye, this character is still diveable. He's really good. He can still carry. I haven't seen too many Hawkeyes pop off. And this might be a hot take. Hawkeye C tier. I will gladly go against a Hawkeye. I will gladly go against a Hawkeye over some of the other characters in this game. He is that far below some of the DPS characters, even though I think Hawkeye's good. I think Widow's good. There's other stuff that's way more broken. Like Hela. Someone told me that Hela wasn't S tier. And again, it's the same logic argument I use for Groot. It's just like, just because you haven't seen a good one doesn't mean, like, Hela is still nasty. Well, she gets outclassed by Phoenix now, but we'll get to that. But she is still a really, really good pick. She's definitely gone down a peg just because there's other better DPS characters. Why Widow D tier? Just scroll back and you can hear my thoughts on it. I'll also be posting this to YouTube. But Hela's still really good. Carries games, can pop supports, challenge supports in a meta, can challenge the flyers, which you see a lot of, like Torch and the like. So still decent in the meta if you're good on her. Still worth a pick. Her, what, she got like a team up with like Venom now or something? Chad, help me out. What's that team up? Where she slows people? I mean, she still has that. She still has that slow thing. And she can kill people so easily with that. I also think she's decent in some of the other meta picks. Or no, I said that. Yeah, I said that, like the flyers and stuff. So, the Venom one. Right, okay, yeah. And that team up's still good. Like, it hasn't gone away. And people were putting hella S tier before she got that. Okay, so Hulk. Hulk technically got buffed, but not in any direct way. It's more just to the fact that he gives team-ups to another character. Hulk is where I probably will always put him until he gets, like, a major change. Yeah, the Emma nerfs helped, but really Emma's still hard for Hulk to deal with. Hulk is good, man. I mean, he's good into Strange, who's the best tank. He can deal with Groot. He can deal with like a lot of the top characters. He just has a couple hard counters, and he's like, Hulk is like middle of A tier, man. He's in a good spot right now. He's in a good spot. I think Hulk is very useful to have on your team because Namor is so versatile. BP is versatile. You're just not always going to be that carry that you may want to be. You know, because he's so healer dependent and so team up dependent, I think. But you can still make him work even without those things if you play really, really well. That's always been the thing. If you play really good on Hulk, you can climb games even without like the best setup. So for that reason, he's always going to be in a decent spot. Now, if you're unable to execute consistently on him, yeah, the Hulk might be like a B tier character or a C tier character. Or if you like, you know, your game sense maybe is off and you're not. You know, in the right spots all the time. Yeah, he's not going to feel as useful. So this is where he's going to go. Iron Fist. I think again, Iron Fist is a decent character, but people tell me all the time Iron Fist is so good into Hulk and is so good into. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'd much rather play against an Iron Fist than like most of the DPS characters in this game. And that's not a slight on Iron Fist. Iron Fist is a good character. I'm not going to let my Hulk bias get in the way, because I do think Iron Fist is a pretty good diver and can function better in this triple support than I think a lot of the other divers, because he can sustain in longer fights with his heals and actually kill tanks. So for that reason, I'm going to bump him up a tiny, tiny bit. He's going to barely make it into B tier. He's going to barely make it into B tier, but I might bump him down based off of where I put the other DPS, like Iron Man. Okay, Iron Man is another character where it's like, bro, this guy carries games so hard, but I think if you actually just like know how to pick around him, he's really not that bad to deal with. That being said, I do see Iron Man's carry games really, really hard. I think Iron Man is like either low A or high B. Maybe I'll let chat help me out with this one. I think Iron Man is good, but again, with like good players, he's not that bad. So if like you have a good hit scan, like a good Hella, Iron Man's is like doesn't get to play the game. I think he's B. I think like in the hands of skilled players, I think he's like high B, guys. Cap and Iron Man both A. Well, I mean, okay, you have a good Emma on your team and a good Cap on your team. Who gets to play the game? Definitely not the Cap. And that Cap is most likely going to have to swap. Okay, well, what tier is Emma in? Well, she's higher than B. I'm gonna put him in B here, guys. I think I'm gonna put him in B. He's good into the support alls, but good players know how to stop good Iron Mans, and really, it's just a comp thing. And if you figure out your comp, Iron Man's not that bad to deal with. I think he's a good character, though. Like, you can carry on him. But in the hands of good players, and when you're against good players, he's harder to carry on. That being said, he's still pretty good. I think Iron Man's B. Jeff's S tier, guys. It's finally happened. It's finally happened. Jeff is S tier. We've finally made it. We've come full circle. He's gone from the middle to the bottom to the top. He's swum his way up the waterfall. He's swam his way up. And now he's sitting there. The healing passive he leaves behind, it's just insane, right? Because now Jeff has no weaknesses. The big weakness with Jeff was when he would ult. You effectively are down a healer for however long Jeff takes his ult, which sometimes can take like 10, 15 seconds. You just lose if your Jeff takes that long most of the time. But now that Now that he can leave a healing pool down, man, it's so much more useful. And fun little fact, I was playing with, I think, the rank 1 Jeff last night. And we were grinding games, getting a lot of wins. During our session while we were playing together, he got up to, I think, rank 224. So that's with me. Okay, imagine what he could do with goddamn what is it? TTK, like a mag player, like one of the meta tanks, like a good meta tank. You know? Like Jeff could potentially be, it might be the best healer in the game in the hands of a skilled player. That being said, I am going to put him below Cloak just cuz Cloak ult's so broken. But Jeff is good. Now, here's what I think is people are still going to get tilted about. Loki got hard nerfed. He's still S tier, dude. He's still S. He's like a little lower, but he's Loki's still good. His runes are good. His ult's still good. Loki's good. He can now take Jeff ult. Exactly what I was saying. He can now take Jeff ult. He can now take Invis ult. I'm telling you guys, Loki's still OP because healers are OP. The healers are just the best characters in the game. So sorry that S tier is going to be front loaded. I'm going to make a cutoff though and let you know what characters are in S plus because I do want to divide S because you're going to see a lot of S characters. And Luna, same thing. Luna's good, but she's why is hell S? Because in the hands of a good player, you just go back and watch my reasoning. It's there. Luna, same thing. The 2 seconds on her ult was just not enough. I was hoping to see 4, but unfortunately, just not gonna be enough to push her out. So now we go on to Magic. Obviously Magic got a lot of buffs. Magic's always had a pretty high win rate, and that's just because if a Magic player is like, let's say you're playing Magic and then they have like Thing No More, you're just gonna swap. Magic players, weirdly enough, don't have egos. They'll swap, and then what happens is Magic's win rate stays pretty high. Her team up though is like game-changingly good. I believe it's like a minute cooldown or 50 seconds. Maybe separate S with S plus. Yeah, well, I'll just kind of let you know where it is. It's gonna look kind of wonky, but I couldn't find a tier list with the right nomenclature. Again, people are gonna get on me about this. I think Magic is also S tier. Because I've seen there be counter comps to her, and then we not be able to stop her still, and her still carry a game. And this is with me like playing well, like and having high uptime on her, and like landing air stuns. Like I landed an air stun in the game on her, like doing some crazy stuff, right? And just it's still just really, really hard to stop this character. Her team up is insane. I think she's S tier, guys. I think you can pick her into counters and still do good. I'm not 100% on that. But I think she's that good right now. I think she's that good. You could kind of just pick her every game if you're good on her. I'm sure good Magics will still think of times where it's just like, yeah, I'll probably want to swap here. For sure. But, yeah, she's just nuts. I had full uptimer on her as Hulk for like 10 seconds, which is hard to do. Like full uptime on a Magic, very mobile character. I mean, just landing every punch, tracking her jumps perfectly, landing right on top of her. She just didn't die. She just did not die. She just kind of stalls and jumps around so much. She's insane. But Magneto, I think, is still really good. But as more and more characters get broken, he kind of just starts to get outshined, right? And I think Doctor Strange is now outshining Magneto. I think Doctor Strange is, in fact, a better tank than Magneto. Magneto, obviously, really good in this meta. Can get kills from a range when everybody's just like healing each other. So he's got like a decent amount of burst and really good against all the support ults. Like obviously Magneto is going to remain like a staple. And I don't think anyone's really going to consider that not to be the case. Like if you don't have any mag anywhere other than like mid or high S, I just don't see how we can take you seriously. I mean, he's just an insane character to have on your team no matter what. Like if you're good on him. Like, we see that time in and time out, like, every game. I mean, he gets bans. So, yeah, Magneto, for sure, S tier. Mantis, her matchmaking is going to be a similar reasoning to Adam's. She's really, really strong right now. I think Adam probably has the edge just because he has more healing overall. But Mantis is, God, I think she has one of the highest win rates in the game. Because when you pick her into like a triple helo comp, it's just so oppressive. It's just so oppressive. Just so much damage being put out. Nobody dies. You have so many ults to counter theirs because of the res, and you can play her on res comp. You can play her with Ultron and like Thor. She's just really good. The only reason I'm putting her in A tier is because you need to play her on a triple hero comp, and you're not always going to get that. Super strong character. The damage buff's obviously really good. Combo, and again, really good in Smash. You can combo with like Magneto. Thor, I think, can kill with. There's like a Shroud on someone. There's like a lot of crazy things you can do with her. She's for sure like high A. Very, very good character. People are disagreeing with the Loki pick. Nah, because Loki can stay alive way better than these characters. Loki is pretty much immortal. He just has less raw output, which is honestly what he should have. If he can do all the things he can do to stay alive and never die, yeah, you should not be able to do a ton of damage too. Loki's like becoming balanced, but his kit is still insane, right? So you gotta think about that. All right. Anyway, Moon Knight. Moon Knight is just crazy buffed. I just don't think I could put Moon Knight anywhere lower than A, just because all the buffs he's gotten. He's just so oppressive, so much damage, so much burst, can assassinate supports, can get his ult faster than like anyone in any overtime game, just win that way. Super game-changing team fights. I say most Moon Knight's just tempo ult too. They don't even combo it with like Groot or you know, some other character like Angela. I've never seen a Moon Knight Angela combo ever, and they're still winning games. I think Moon Knight is so good. It can self-sustain, can escape. He's really hard to deal with if the Moon Knight player is good, and yeah, I mean, can even like 1v1 decently with the Shroud. So yeah, Moon Knight, really, really good. Namor. I think you could pick Namor in any situation if you have the Gamma Squid. Namor is still good without the Gamma Squid, but Moon Knight is not A. Hulk definitely is an A. Hulk, guys, just go back and listen to my reasoning. I'm not going to argue every single one of these. Last time I'll say it. Moon Knight doesn't get too hurt by losing the Gamma Squid. Like, you can still pick him. There's a lot of S tiers. Yeah, I'm trying to make it... Well, I'm going to have like S and S+, but the app didn't have it, so we're... I have no way to show it, but I'll let everybody know at the end, like, what are the S+, and it'll be like its own tier. But yeah, I think Namor is strongest when you combo him with like Cloak and Dagger, and you combo him with like Luna to get the one-shots. I've seen Namor's carry game. Actually, do I want to put him in S? Do I want to put him above Hela? He might still be S tier. The more I think about it. You got too many S's? Nah, I mean, most of the characters in this game are like way OP, like way better than other characters. Yeah, actually, I think I put Namor in S too. I really do. I really think he's that much stronger than other characters. I truly believe that, dude. But yeah, like, without the team up, it's like, okay, yeah, you know what? I will put him in A because, yeah, for the same reason, yeah, I put, like, Adam and Mantis. Like, they kind of need a certain comp setup to, like, be the best. Yeah, I'll put him there. I'll put him in A. Yeah, so we won't have too many in S. Okay. Yeah, I like that. This is good. So Penny. Penny got a lot of buffs. I still think at the end of the day, she's Penny. And most players with half a brain kind of know how to deal with her. So I'm going to put her right here in B tier. I think Penny's all right. She's still just one of those characters where you got to know when to pick her. Well, the thing with my tier list is I try to tell you guys exactly the rank I'm talking about and the type of gameplay we're talking about. We're having a bit of discussion in chat here. People are saying they don't like tier lists. I try to balance around not pro level play, but like high rank. So like top 99% and higher. right? Like 99% to 99.95% or whatever you want to say. Right? So that entails a certain level of skill level denoted to the person playing that character. And where a lot of disagreements lie, I think, is that people don't see characters played to that skill level. Or if they do, it's in like a context that like doesn't always... Think of it this way, like, you could be the best Penny in the world, but if there's an equally good or better Punisher in the game, that Punisher is going to be more useful than you. Right? So, for that reason, like, this character really can't be that high rank. Can't really be that high rank. So, that's why I think I put Penny, just from a design perspective. So we got Psylocke here. Psylocke, I think, is still good. I don't... Oh, dude, she's really annoying to deal with. But do I think she's S tier? Yeah, this is tough, because I think Psylocke can still carry super hard, but... She's kind of like, Cairo, please shut up. Oh, I muted that guy. I don't see his messages. He's just spamming into a void. I saw one like toxic message from that guy. I just blocked him so I can do it so where I can't see it, but everybody else can. But mods, if you want to ban that guy, you can. Like I don't really care. I wanted to see like it's funny because I could always see like people who are hate watching in chat. But by the comments of people getting annoyed by them, and I'm like, oh, they're just like wasting their life just watching my stream. It's just like, yeah, I'll just keep you as a viewer. Like you're just in my chat giving me a free view, and I see nothing that you say. So it's like, yeah, just keep making yourself look like an idiot, I guess. It's all right. The internet's anonymous, but yeah, Chad, if he's annoying mods, you can just like ban him or whatever. It's not a big deal. It's whatever. If people have enough of a problem with him, but yeah, I don't see his messages, so it's like no skin off of my back. Psylocke, though, I think Psylocke, I didn't peak Celestial, guys. I peaked rank 664. That's my peak. A win away from top 500. I'm gonna say Psylocke is still S, but maybe I'll bump her down. I don't know. But I think she's still insane. I think she's like actual S, though, and not S+. Rocket. Dude, I get a lot of flame for playing this character, but I think Rocket is good, man. I think Rocket's good. Like, Phoenix gets banned every game anyway, so... And then Phoenix really isn't even that big of a counter. And like, people just don't shoot the Phoenix. Even in, like, higher rank games. Like, I was playing with 2 top 500 players. Literally, they were both one above all. That's what it said in the loading screen as we were loading into the game. And they were unwilling to swap to any character that could shoot the Phoenix so I could play Rocket because I was off-rolling for them. Like, people... Unfortunately, are going to make this character lose value just by not cooperating. But I think Rocket's actually a good character. His healing's really consistent. He can hit you from far away. He's super safe to all the dive. Can dash when he gets popped by... Like, he's very survivable. His res is invaluable. The only real issue that Rocket has is that Phoenix is overpowered as hell and counters him. That's it. So you just ban the Phoenix, and Rocket's pretty good. I'm going to put him... Dude, same reason. I think Rocket's A tier. I know it's a hot take, but he gets his ult quick too. Yeah, exactly. People are gonna not like this, but like healer characters are just better than other characters. They just are. They just are, bro. I'm gonna put Rocket in A tier. I think Rocket's good, and I'm sure the win rates support that just because of how easy he is to play. I think that goes a long way in a ranked environment. Cap being B. Yeah, Cap doesn't really do anything. I mean, you just go triple heal and just ignore him. All right, Wanda. Wanda got a lot of buffs. Wanda's actually decent now. I think Wanda's actually decent now. She's pretty good into all the dive that you see. So I think... She still sucks. I think Wanda C... Because she's like a niche pick and her ult's still unreliable. And I'm thinking about moving Iron Fist down too. I'm going to move Iron Fist down too. I don't think Iron Fist is that good. But I think it looks like this. Actually, I think it looks... I think it... Who do I want to put? What's the order of this here? She just... She got so many buffs, but I still don't think she's that good. She just... It's like hard for her to... I don't really do stuff. Like, not having a useful ultimate, it's kind of bad. Yeah, I'm gonna put her here. I'm gonna put her here. Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man's actually good right now. And Spider-Man players keep continuing to get good. Dude, I don't know. I see Spider-Man carry games so frequently to the point where I can't put him any lower than B. I see Spider-Man carry all the time, man. He's a good character. I don't care what anyone says. Maybe he's a little harder to play, but why S tier for Magic? You can just go back and listen to it. I think this character's been slept on for too long, man. Spider-Man's still he carries more games than just about any character I see. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but really good at getting kills, and definitely viable. Now, Squirrel Girl got a little bit of nerfs to her poke damage, and I think it's actually been felt. Like, I don't see Squirrel Girls really at all. That being said, I do still think she's a decent niche pick. Can counter Groot, can really good in the Dracula map and stuff, and Clint Thor. So I think she's... honestly, I think Wanda's better than Squirrel Girl. So I'm going to put Squirrel Girl in C. I don't think Squirrel Girl's... She's good. Like, you can pick her, but she's definitely not as good as some of the other characters in the game. The nerfs... I don't know if the nerfs hurt her really that badly. I mean, maybe a Squirrel Girl main in the comment section could let me know, but I think it's more just like people don't play her anymore. Like, people just saw the nerfs and it's like, oh, okay, well, she's dead. So, like, Squirrel Girl players think she's nerfed enough to where it's not worth playing her. I don't know, maybe it's placebo. Not sure. But, okay, so Star-Lord got the new teleport team up. Yo, like, this character's back, dude. Like, this character's kind of insane. The only thing, like, maybe not making me put him in S tier is the fact that he's kind of hard to play, but I don't know, man. Not all characters are created equally in this game, and I truly believe that. I think most of the characters in S tier are just straight up better than the rest of the characters. So again, like, I think Star-Lord is in the right hands, like, really, really good, and kind of does well in this meta. I feel like, even though they don't have like a direct synergy with, or like doesn't directly benefit from the triple support, because, you know, most Star-Lords will just wait till support ults are down. He's just so survivable, and just I mean I went against a 3-stack of they were on like some pro team or something. They were on their Smurfs, and they had Mantis, Adam, Star-Lord, and we just surrendered. Like, we couldn't play the game, and it was crazy. I was getting we were getting kills, we were getting picks, but it was just nothing we could do. An immortal Star-Lord who knows how to actually play the game just ran the lobby, and there's just nothing we could have done. He's too hard to kill. Just it was just stupid. It was so unfun. He's S tier, Giga broken. I might even put him above Hela, like, to be honest. Character's kind of slept on. Another character who's slept on is Storm. Storm is, man, you pick her in like a triple DPS comp, Storm teams can just completely run you over. I do think, however, last patch I might have had Storm a bit too high. I put her in S tier, but I've always been pretty high on Storm. I always think she's a pretty strong character. That being said, she does have counters. You can deal with her. I don't think she hard carries in the same way that these 4 characters do, just due to the nature that Storm is more of a supportive character, and that is the only reason, I mean only reason, I'm putting her at the top of A tier. The only reason. Her team utility is so good, but just because she can't carry on her own, because she's kind of ult reliant and reliant on the enemy team not to counter your ult, right? I see Storms run lobbies. I also see Storms play really, really well and still lose because it's like, oh, well, we have better DPS on, like, better characters, right? She can get countered with her ult by Star-Lord, by Punisher, who, this is probably going to be the lowest I ever put Punisher for any tier list. I've always thought Punisher was A tier, and I still think he's really, really good. If there's no Magneto, if there's no maybe like strength, like all these shield tanks running around, right? Like he struggles just in the meta itself, but he's such a powerful character. I'm gonna drop him down to B tier. I think Punisher being B tier is a good sign. I think just the dumb gun character who does a lot of damage to one, you know, him being in B tier is a good sign. I think that's what that means. It means that you need a certain amount of damage in the game to win fights, but it's also not like a necessary thing. There's better things to have, like, right, like the soldier of Overwatch, exactly. So just like that dumb high damage character that's like forces you to kind of swap, or do you want to try to play into it, right? So Punisher B tier, I think, is a good spot for him to be in, is probably where he belongs. His win rate, by the way, chat, in GM Plus, which I think is like 99% right now and higher, or 99.7-ish, is like pretty low. It's pretty low, but that's also because he's a popular character, and I think a lot of people maybe pick Punisher more than they should. But Star-Lord that much better than Punisher? Yes. In the hands of a good player, yes. In the hands of mediocre players, it would look like this. But in the hands of good players, I've just seen it enough. Yes, it's this. I promise you. I promise you. I played with the self-proclaimed top 1 Punisher. His words, not mine. Top 1. He was in one of my games. He's like banned mag. And bro just like totally sold. We banned mag for him. He was useless. He had no impact. And you know why? Because the enemy team had a Phoenix, the enemy team had a Torch, and they had an Emma. So it's just like, GG, we lose. It's Punisher, can't beat that. Thor. Okay, I might get a lot of hate. Thor is so broken, bro. I know you can pick characters into him that can kind of deal with him. Character is so just overtuned, man. He's overtuned as fuck, bro. Thor has been historically like C or D in a lot of people's lists. And I'm maybe a little biased because he's really, really good into Hulk. Like, really good into Hulk. Like, he hard counters Hulk pretty much. I'm not going to put him in S tier, but he's going in A. I'm sorry. He does too much damage. He just does too much damage, is too hard to kill. Just because most Thor players aren't that good doesn't mean you can't, again, balance around, like, good Thor players. I think he's, honestly, I think he's better than BP. I mean, in the hands of a good Thor player, a good one. Him and Hulk are like neck and neck. I think Hulk has the edge, though. I put Thor right here. Thor is like the ultimate offensive tank, and Hulk's probably like the ultimate defensive tank in a lot of ways, other than maybe like Mag. Like, Hulk has the bubble to save his teammates, right? Thor, he just does so much damage. Be at best, nah. I mean, you go look at some of the top Thors, they just run games. It's pretty hard to deal with. I think Venom is... I've seen Snake Case play Venom. There's no way I can put Venom below A, just based off of seeing him play the game. Because he can basically have a game where his team is... It's kind of the same logic as Cap here in a little bit. Where he can have a game where his team is just... It's like loser's queue, right? And you just don't have a team. And he can consistently bring the game to last fight every time. Just because of how good he is at stalling. He can consistently bring every game to one fight away from winning, even with an objectively worse team. Not a lot of characters can do that. Cap can do it. I think Venom just does it better. So I'm gonna put Venom, bro, like right here. Actually, I think Venom and Storm are probably neck and neck because of the team up, and they both. I mean, dude, I think Venom's top A. Yeah. Yeah, Venom's top A. Venom's good. Venom's really good right now. He's really good. You know who else is really good? Bucky. I don't know if I'm ready to put Bucky in S tier. I don't know if I'm ready. But, damn if I'm not thinking about it. I just, the problem I have with Bucky's is sometimes... I don't know. I feel like I see a lot of bad Buckies who just don't do their combo right. But if you go against a good one, Genuinely good Buckies are so scary to play against. They carry games so hard. But I would say like even just above average Psylocke, like if a Bucky and Psylocke were both good at the game, I think the Psylocke would still carry a game harder. So for that reason, I think he just has like less carry potential. But I don't know, man. I've seen good Buckies, dude, and he's just so, dude. I think I gotta give it to him. I think I gotta give it to Bucky. I think you gotta use the same logic. Just because you see, like Bucky's kind of popular. I think you gotta put Bucky in S right now. I think he's just so good. The DPS characters are just better than other characters, in my opinion. So, yeah, my bad. But yeah, this is just what the game feels like right now. There's like a lot of characters that are just better than other ones that just do more. Bucky is one of those characters, in my opinion. He's just that grounding buff just kind of made him over the top, in my opinion. You think, can this character carry harder than all the other characters below? And it's like, oh, for sure, yeah. For sure, I see it all the time, right? So Wolverine, I think Wolverine is right on the brink of S. I think a lot of people are forgetting about the fact that he still has that team up with Phoenix. You just don't see it because Phoenix is banned every game. And part of the reason you have to ban Phoenix is the existence of Wolverine. It's the existence of Wolverine. Wolverine is not like the hardest character to play and has just insane carry potential. I see Wolverines just turn fights just with one ultimate, just killing their whole team. Can shred tanks, really takes a ton of space up from tanks. Feeds a lot of support ult charge too, is one thing people don't consider when they're talking about Wolverine. Dude's just a menace. He's still a really strong character, and you don't even see him with the team up, with the lifesteal team up, which got nerfed, but still way too good. Giving too many people S. I mean, this is just what the tier list is, though. Because it's based off of power level, right? And these characters are really that much stronger than these, so it's going to be overloaded, right? Don't think of it in terms of like there needs to be a like middle point. The middle point is wherever like however many characters, like there's 40 characters, the 20th best character would be. And then you factor in like how relevant is that? So how much stronger is the 20th best character, which let's say is Rocket, is to like Iron Man or whatever, right? Okay, so then we go on to Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic, I've seen Mr. Fantastics do good, but unfortunately this character, you're just never really going to want one on your team right now. You're just really never going to want one on your team over something else. That being said, I don't think he's a terrible character. Just all the other DPS in the game are just like way better than him, to a scary degree. Like they're just way better than him. They're just way better. So I mean, you're never going to want a Mr. Fantastic on your team over any of the other characters in the game. You're just not. Iron Man is A. I'm contemplating putting him in A. I'm contemplating putting him in A. Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman, the buffs just, I mean, she was already S tier before the buff, so this one's a no-brainer. Push her over the top. I do still think she's worse than Luna and Loki, though, just because of her ult. I'll probably put her, like right here. Invisible Woman is one of the best healers in the game. Her win rate's kind of low just because I think her ult's kind of bad, but in the hands of a good player, she can counter Wolf really hard. She can counter Hulk really hard. She can counter a lot of the melee dive characters in the game. Invisible Woman, one of the best supports in the game, and like I said, supports, for the most part, are just better than the rest of the characters in this game, in my opinion. Now, if I could put an S+ tier, I would put Torch in there. Torch is probably an S+ tier, and maybe Strange. But Torch for sure would be in a tier of his own, so just no nerfs, obviously. Ultron, still really good. Still good with Ultron. Just really probably the best DPS or second best DPS character in the game in most people's books. It just does the most damage. Way too fast, like super hard to hit. Just it's like faster than other flyers for some reason. It's weird. Okay, so you guys know me. I play a lot of Thing. I'm a big fan of Thing. Man, Thing is in a rough spot right now. I really wish they just let him keep his tankiness and made it so he couldn't jump towards opponents, even though that's a fun mechanic to use. I think Thing may be the worst tank in the game right now. Yeah, I still think he's good, and you can still pick him, but I think Thing is maybe the worst tank in the game right now. No, I don't think I can put him in C. I don't think I can put him in C. I think he's B. I think he's B. For sure. Yeah, no. I think probably, yeah, probably like right there. He's just a mid pick. He's decent to have, but like, yeah, it's one of those things where you'd probably rather have other characters, right? I mean, you'd rather have like a Hulk who gives a team up 2 no more, or BP, or, you know, like any of these other tanks. And I think Cap can probably have a bit more impact more reliably just because of his ult. So I'd give the edge to Cap. Cap can carry a bit harder. No, I think Thing still gets hard countered by a lot of the good characters. Okay, so moving on to Emma. Emma got nerfed, but she's still the same Emma we know and hate. She's still broken. She's still one of the best characters. She's still right up here with Groot. She took a little bit of a hit. It might hurt her win rate a little bit, but I don't think Emma has really budged much from her spot because it's just a 3-second increase cooldown. Okay, so we have Ultron. Ultron, again, same reason as Mantis and Adam. This is where he goes, right into A tier. Super good pick right now. I think he's like perfectly at 50% win rate. I think he's perfectly at 50% win rate. And then the change to his ultimate really helped him out. To be honest, I don't think most Ultrons have like figured out how to properly, properly like use his ult. But you're starting to see it where they'll combo with like other support ults, like a rocket ult, and just like nuke through certain ults, and it's pretty crazy to see. I think Ultron, bro, I think this character's really good. I think I'm gonna put him right here. I think he's the best of like all the hybrid supports for sure. I think he's the best of all the hybrid supports. Okay. If there was a another character that I would say is in a tier of her own, it would be Phoenix. So if you guys could just imagine here another tier list in S, where it's like split up, where Phoenix, Torch, and I guess we gotta make a decision here. Do I want to put any of the healers in S tier? No, I think it's good. I think Phoenix and Torch are in a tier of their own. So just imagine that Phoenix and Torch are in S+, and then there's like all these S tier characters are in like their own little bracket. So it makes the S tier a little smaller. Ultron S? I mean, Ultron is good because Phoenix is good. Ultron on his own is nothing without Phoenix. Like you compare Ultron with if you compare Ultron with Iron Man, it's all of a sudden like not oppressive. So that's your indication that Ultron doesn't belong in S. You gotta make sure you differentiate, right? Like a lot of people are equating Ultron OP to Phoenix OP. But yeah, Phoenix is getting banned in half the games, and what happens to Ultron? You don't really see him that much, do you? He's good into Spider-Man, but I think he's still somewhat of a niche pick, and this is why he's in A. He's still really good though, really good character. Blade, B for Blade. B for Blade. Keep calling Torch Phoenix. Phoenix is the best character in the game right now. 100%. 100%. Blade, I've seen Blades do pretty good. But Blade, it just gives you consistent damage, can tank a lot of damage. Kind of like Wolf, or you can kind of like frontline on him. I've seen Flank Blade do alright, but we lost with that guy, and we also beat him.
Bucky has a 41% win rate at GM+. He is the most overrated character in the game by a mile.
You may be right, but I just I think in the hands of a really skilled Bucky player, that's not going to matter too much. I think he's one of the higher skill ceiling characters because you have to land precise moves, like his hook, like his shots, which I believe they have travel timer, yeah? So I think he's just harder to play, but again, for the same reason like Star-Lord and Hela and, you know, maybe Magic, I don't really think you can't consider him there. He's just gotten too many buffs. You can pick him any game. I don't think he's overrated. I don't think he's overrated. So Blade, people are starting to play around his healing reduce more. You know, I'll put Iron Man above Blade for sure. And it's Punisher too. Just because I haven't seen a ton of good Blades yet, but I do think Blade is actually decent, and it's probably still on the climb, still on the rise. You know what? I think I put Cap. I think I do this. Right here. Right here. That looks good. That's where I want Blade. I think he struggles probably in some matchups too. Like what does Blade do against flyers? You know, he's good at hitting tanks and hitting brawlers, but then when you don't have that, it's like, what do you do? You know. Okay, Angela. So this has been one of the hardest characters to rate for me personally, because while I think Angela's kit is insane and she's really, really good and really fun and really well designed, one of the best new characters I think NetEase has released. She really just doesn't have carry level damage, right? She really just doesn't have carry level damage. And while I don't think she's a character you just never want to have onto your team, like a Fantastic or Widow, I still think she can carry. So it's like, while I think her design is like Wolverine level good, like A or S tier, where she can kind of just land one ability on you and win your team the fight. She's very map dependent, right? So that probably bumps her down to A. But then she's also very like comp dependent. She needs enough damage on your team. If you don't have enough damage, Angela will just never kill anything. So I think she is actually like B tier, but I think she's really good. I
really hope his name is a joke and he doesn't actually really coach good. People.
Click on one of the gears on the right to create a new tier. Also, Star-Lord is not S tier, bro. He's at most high B.
Oh shit, I didn't even know about this. Oh, this is great. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Hell yeah. Okay, great. I appreciate that. Thank you. I did not know that. Wow. Okay, so this is S+. Phoenix Torch. I don't think I could put Strange up there. I mean, this is kind of what you want to see out of it, out of tier list. I think S is a little heavy, but you want to see like a lot of characters in A. I mean, I think this is an accurate depiction of what the game looks like. I mean, anybody who talks about Marvel Rivals, this game, to their friend will probably say like there's a lot of crazy characters in the game, and I think this is pretty indicative of that. Like, let me just make a couple last minute changes here. I think I'm gonna put Luna up here. I'm gonna put Jeff. I think Jeff's above Loki. Groot's gonna go down more. A lot of people are just not feeling Star-Lord, so I'll put him a little lower. But I mean, again, I just think DPS and healer characters are better overall than other characters in the game. They have more agency, right? More impact on the outcome of a game. Just more impact on the outcome of a game. Yeah. I think this looks good. Storm's too high up? No. Storm's like 52.5% win rate. And she has the Jeff NATO combo, and Jeff's being picked a lot. Storm's good. Storm's really good. She can carry very hard. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is indicative of what the game looks like. It's a little top heavy. And there's some characters that are just better than other characters in the game and kind of just run lobbies if allowed to be up. I think I gave my reasoning pretty decently here. But yeah, if you guys are welcome to have disagreements. I know not everybody believes that a tier list should have all these characters in this higher rank, but that's again, it's for me, it's not so much ranking them like in a spread, but it's more about ranking them relative to each other, and that's why I mix them in. Like I put Luna next to Emma, even though this is a tank and this is a healer, and I don't split them up. Is because I think there needs to be that context. Because until this game adds role queue, right, then we're not really going to be able to properly balance this game unless we compare each individual character's output to another, and then how that affects like the team comps you have. Like, are people willing to go for supports just because supports are that much better? Because that's an interesting conversation to have. And leave your conversations down below the video, because I do think we're moving in that direction. I really do. The Jeff buff was insane. I think the character is really, really good right now. That being said, I don't think it's so bad to where you can't play like a Mr. Fantastic or a Widow. You're just lowering your team's chance to win by doing so. It's not like you can't win with them. I'm not saying these characters are bad. It's just there's better things because there's like a lot of really OP stuff. And that's just kind of the mentality here. So again, leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't for more tier lists like this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to Hulk smash those buttons, and I'll see you in the next one.